What's up, guys? We're back with the tail end of Let's Play The Sims 4. So, now that my time is kind of running out, I think what I'm going to do is I'm obviously still going to finish my aspiration, and we'll work on Devontae's along the side. But we're not going to make it a major part of the story, the Let's Play words. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and get to level 10 mixology and create our 5 types of excellent drink, and that won't necessarily be the end of this because I still have a few days, but that's all that really needs to be done. And even then, I might even cut this one once I'm done with that. That way I can get as much get together out as possible. So I hope you guys understand. It definitely was fun getting to play with you guys over the summer. 21 parts out and counting because this is at least part 22, but I'm going to be recording a bunch today. Definitely. I have a goal to record at least an hour, which will get me to at least part 24 or 25. No. So we'll see what happens. And either way, thanks for watching this LP. And thank you for being there just for my YouTube in general. I will see you guys in Get Together as well, which, like I said, I'm going to try to get as much done as possible. So I wanted to get those kind of goodbyes out of the way because I know that this actually has the potential to be my last recording session. I'm not sure if it is or not, but this might actually end up being it based on how much I get done today. So last time in the little makeover video, which is in the playlist, I'm pretty sure, and if not, I'll add it to it before this goes up, we did makeovers. So I'm asleep right now, but even though I don't really need to be, so you should get up. I got up really late today too, so it's okay. But hair is short because of my haircut. Outfits have changed a little bit. Let's go ahead and change you into your everyday one. Meanwhile, Devontae has gotten some major makeovers, not only in his hair and in his outfits, but something that I touched up on in that I figure I should also touch up on here is copy a classmate is here, let me change him into just really fast sleep. Even though we have Steven as a neighbor, and Steven is still an important part of this neighborhood that we're probably going to go ahead and visit sometime during this chunk too, just for fun. If Devontae actually changes his clothes, here, let me do tab. I've decided that Devontae is officially a canon trans male as well. So we now have 2 of them in this world, and one of them is Devontae, which is, of course, our... Not quite sure if we've married, but we definitely are together. Also, I need to go to work. Or no, he needs to go to work. But we also have Steven, which we're going to go ahead and visit more. So let's see, what is our relationship like? Okay, we're still just dating. So when he gets back from work, we should probably finally finish stuff up. I'm not sure if either of us ever proposed. That's something we should get done too. Might as well at least get married. I also wonder if Jaden's going to end up getting to age up, but I don't think so, considering Jaden only has 9 days before aging up. So if anything, when we're done, we'll give her a birthday just for the sake of her getting to grow up into a teen, and then that'll be something else. So those are, I guess, our major goals to finish off this Let's Play. Are us getting this done, us getting married to Devontae, and Jaden at least aging into a teen. Since we, from the looks of it, have the day off, yes we do, I'm going to go ahead and have him actually... He doesn't need to grind that up yet. I don't really feel like doing it right now. So I'm going to let him go ahead and visit Steven. So let's go alone, just for the time being, because we want to go visit him ourselves. And we'll hang out with Steven at his house, just because, why not? I think we've gone and tried to see him before, and it kept telling us that he wasn't home. But, I mean, now that we've taken a break and gone and visited some other people and gone and done some other things, here's hoping he'll actually be available for us to go see. So let's go visit him, and we'll see what's up. I really kind of want to wrap this up, but I want to wrap this up in a way that does it justice for sure, which is why I've just set the time aside. My goal is to record an hour straight today. We'll see what comes up. We'll see what happens. And like I said, this should be enough to get the next 3 to 4 parts based on how I split it. If I record an hour, if I record over an hour. And yeah. And my goal is probably to do the same tomorrow as well with Get Together and record a chunk. I've also realized that I can actually, at nighttime, record even though I wasn't, because if I go downstairs at night while my parents are asleep, because my dad, as I've said before, has to go to bed early to go to work early, then they can't really hear me downstairs, which is something I don't know why I never thought of, considering I've talked to friends on Skype till like midnight, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning downstairs, which means I could do the same exact thing here. So if I need to, I can actually probably get together really far if I record Get Together at night. So this one's almost over, and then imagine, like, if this one finishes as fast as I'd like it to, and it gets done, and I feel like I've done it justice, I can record Get Together tonight, and Get Together tomorrow morning, and Get Together tomorrow night, and Get Together Wednesday morning, Get Together Wednesday night, Get Together Thursday morning. Not Thursday night, because I'd be going to bed. And then Friday I'd be going. And if anything, if my roommate doesn't move in as fast as I could probably still record after I get settled in my dorm with my roommate not there yet. So you never know. I have a chance to get that Let's Play pretty far as well. And I promise you I'm going to try to do anything I can to get it as far as possible. Get Together, I'm not promising will be finished, but it will be pretty close to done. Especially considering I never really planned to do much with that one. Get Together, the main goal as well, like I said, is getting aspirations done, which we've been doing excellent at, and that's like trying to date people and all of that stuff. Apparently, I forgot we don't know him anymore, but that's okay. We'll get to know him again. But that's like, yeah, romance stuff, as well as probably trying to end up eventually leading the Spin Masters, which we could pretty easily do, I'm sure. So, you know. So let's go ahead and just get to know him, because we haven't done that yet. And if we did, our work got erased, but that's fine, because we can just do it again. It seems like it's been a lot nicer in keeping relationships between saves lately, which is good, because it's remembered everything I've done like in the past couple days. But I'm sure if I switch households, it'll start doing that stuff again. But once this Let's Play is done, this will just become a for fun save anyway, so you might see some more current households in this world, but besides that, like, all I was worried about with relationship calling and trying to make sure everything stayed good as far as dates go, and why I've avoided playing anything in the save besides me lately, have been because of the fact, well, not only did I get back into my legacy, but also because of the fact that I didn't want to mess up this Let's Play. Especially considering how many problems I had been having with it in the past. When I first started earlier in the past couple months, I did not want to inconvenience you guys anymore. He must have went to work or something. Although I don't remember him having a job, but I mean, he's gone, but we still have his house. That's weird. Oh well. I guess we can go home. Especially considering Jaden's home. So let's go back and go home. I mean, we got to talk to Steven a little bit, and we'll probably invite him over later now that we know him, just because might as well talk to him, but I think I also want to throw one more big party before I go and actually try to be successful, because the last party I threw actually flopped like pretty badly. And so I feel like, I mean, I feel like I should throw another one just so I can actually definitely do parties justice and invite like people. Probably try to get to know Brody and Rothwell again, and then I can invite them, because we technically don't know them either, so we would have to get to know them so we can invite them. Alright, so we're back, and there's our redesign of Jaden. So she's gonna go ahead and eat her food, which is good. Probably go to the bathroom after, but we are also going to do what we used to do and haven't done in a while, which is dig up this rock, because there's the rock spawns, and then harvest those, and then there's the rock over here that we can dig, and then there's the two behind Marisol's house that are almost always there. And that is why I love this house. Like, I've played in this one multiple times, and those always were there. I think we can also harvest this plant in the front. Yes, we can. Cool. Oh, that's the wrong house again. I keep doing that. This is ours. And I'm glad that our house did get one major, like, space renovation, because we never necessarily needed that big of a house. Like, I wasn't going for a huge mansion, for sure. Like, I just kind of wanted to get to, play in a house, and I made it over enough, and the furniture's nice enough that I would totally still consider this a good house. Plus, it's small enough that I can play in it pretty easily. That is one thing I definitely like about the starter homes. So now that we've done that, let's actually check this, because I'm not sure if these ever did the refresh thing again, but like this is what this ended up looking like, because I knew we were never going to finish these. I just wanted to see how far we'd get in them as we went. So yeah, our crystal collection's surprisingly good, and our elements are good. Like that's something that we have on the shelf, as well as our fossils, our fish, things like that. So that's good. We were actually going to go ahead and send to the Geo Council. Let's go back onto the lot because we can't do that until we're here. But we are going to send this to the Geo Council. I'm going to go ahead and sell these mushrooms. Oops, not the capsules. Sell these mushrooms. And sell the bluebells. It's so weird seeing plants give me, like, nothing, considering legacy. Let's open these up just to see what they end up being. If they end up new or not. Open that up. And then open this up. Oh. Okay, so here's Buddy, which I'm selling, of course. But I've always liked Chef Gino, and even though don't think I've ever actually got it, and I've always also really liked Morcubus. So I'm not going to actually sell those ones, just because even though I barely even played my Sims, I have them for the DS, and the Chef is in that one, but these are, I believe, based off the Wii version anyway, and I kind of fell out of my Sims because I started playing, like, the major Sim series. I'm going to put Chef Gino in the kitchen, actually. That'd be cute. This is basically like the replacement for the frogs that I got rid of. Funny enough. So Chef Gino, I'm going to put... Oh, I know what I can do. Here, I have to go to build mode to do this, though. So I'm just going to drop him there and go into build. Because I want to do something that I've done in other houses before, but it requires move objects, so I need to go into build to do it. Plus, it's easier to just pick up. I believe move objects is still on just because I've been playing in my other saves, in my legacy especially. So we're going to do that. We're going to put Chef Gino on the fridge. I don't know about you, but in my house we have a bunch of random things, mostly like whey protein powder and old Easter baskets and like napkins and things like that stacked on top of my fridge just because it's another place to hold things. It's like basically just another surface, a tall counter, if you will. I figure Chef Gino would look really cute up there because, like, oops, wrong thing. Well, that's what I wanted, but the angle was weird. So, like, if you go into the kitchen and you look, like, yeah, he's just sitting there on top of the fridge. I actually kind of want to take a picture of that. That's cute. So he's sitting there on top of the fridge. And let's put the walls back down. I want to put Morcubus. Morcubus could go on my desk. Because, I don't know, I've always liked characters like this. Because, like, Mortimer is similar, and I've always liked Mortimer as well. So we'll keep that one. I mean, pretty much everybody else isn't really worth keeping, is worth getting rid of. Because I'm going to actually click on this again. But I like those two, so those two are definitely worth keeping. just because they were cute. Okay. Yeah, because, like, I don't really like him. And Yuki looks really weird in this game, considering it ends up being Yuki Bear. And then there's Candy, which I like Candy in this game, but I never really cared for her there. Don't even know who that is. Don't know who that is. Yeah, pretty much. The other one I would have wanted is, I believe this one is Chaz. And I like Chaz, so if I get that one, I'll keep that one. But I don't know if I ever actually ended up getting it in the first place. I might have gotten it before it had said, oh no, you didn't, but even then I don't remember. Let's send that to Geo Council. Let's extract this fossil and see what this becomes. I know you're tired. It's okay. You can go to bed after. Okay, this is now... Okay, good. You did that. So you can go back to bed now. Okay, good. You are. This is a prehistoric hoof print. Nice. It's common, but it's still $40. And then the cheap mushrooms. But yeah, I don't know if I ever finished my point about the vegetables, but basically in my legacy, I'm getting upwards of like $2,000, $3,000 for grapes. And so it's weird seeing like $10 for mushrooms, $50 for this. Because I'm at least getting a few hundred for everything, and then my grapes are just ridiculous because apparently I have perfect grapes now. And I'm like, how did I get perfect grapes? I wonder. And why only the grapes? For a while, the chrysanthemums were what was giving me everything, but those kind of stopped. Let's see. As far as your career goes, yeah, you'll probably get promoted sometime soon. But this is the important thing. And even then, I'm not really focusing on yours as much as I'm focusing on mine. Is he just making a drink to make a drink? Yep. Let's hope this is excellent. Because that'll help us with that. And as a whole, him just autonomously making drinks helps us get to level 10. Nice, it was excellent. I would have sold it, but he's drinking it. But that's okay. You also need to pee and should probably go to sleep as well. You can start actively using or working on your goal later. There is a monster under the bed, of course. Okay. Don't wake him up. He can go back to bed. Wake. I'm still awake. Go ask me. Okay. There. Is it okay now? You can probably go back to sleep. Yeah, you're fine now.